We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. From 17 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, 66 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Chad Muma. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick six in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, there's no doubt that Curtis Samuel Washington would both welcome a redo at his first year there. Injuries kept him to less than 100 snaps across 5 games. Everyone's hoping a return to health gets him back on track, where he's making a push for his first 1,000-yard season in Carolina. That catch there, good for a first down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On the draw, it's Gibson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And he slings one that's incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll run with Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Wentz. That one complete out to Dotson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
82.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Big Ndamukong Suh, one of the league's best for a long time, getting a sack there. Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, dude.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Wentz to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So they're right at losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Lawrence will throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Wentz now on first down. He's got it to Gibson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This one left side caught by Gibson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
46 down, man.
Into the red zone. Wentz. This to McLaurin out on the left side. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. And oh, he coughed it up, and the Jags grab it. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake. Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they?
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ready?
Lawrence going to go out wide here for Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on third down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. He's got a man complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now, Wentz again. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They start on the ground with Robinson here, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
They go play action with Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
All fans of the Washington Commanders have been holding their collective breath to see how Chase Young returns from last season's torn ACL. If we see the 2020 Rookie of the Year back on the field, everyone who likes the garnet and gold will be awfully happy.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. To throw, it's Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
after the sack on first down. Lawrence, throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. A slant to Jones. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence is going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position.
I'm ready.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Wentz's throw here complete to Dodson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick six in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Washington on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wentz to throw. He's got a man complete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Able to find Jones. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Now Lawrence into the hands of Ingram. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Gibson toss right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.